over and above the existing Natural Gas Committee. FIPI recognizes the exceptional work being done and facilitates the outstanding achievements and contribution of industry and individuals in the Indian oil and gas sector through the FIPI Oil and Gas Awards. Since its inception, FIPI team, led by the senior professionals from industry, are playing a major role to maintain its credibility and becoming a credible voice of Indian hydrocarbon industry, enabling its sustained growth and global competitiveness to achieve the goals and objectives of FIPI's vision. Under the patronage of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, FIPI organized the first 2 editions of India Energy Week, a flagship event of MOP and NG. IEW 2024 witnessed a participation of over 50,000 energy professionals, more than 4,500 conference delegates, over 350 conference speakers, and over 400 exhibiting companies representing from over 120 countries. India Energy Week 2024 has showcased India's achievement as a catalyst for global economic growth, with billions of dollars of investment needed to facilitate India's energy transition and achieve its net zero goals. After the astounding success in first 2 editions, India Energy Week is now set for its next chapter at New Delhi. The India Energy Week 2025 is expected to be a mega event that will facilitate ideas, thoughts, and knowledge dissemination among the world's best through a power-packed agenda, including strategic and technical conferences, networking events, and multiple discourse platforms. The event will target 70,000 plus energy professionals, 700 plus exhibitors, 20 plus national and international oil companies, 6,000 plus Indian and foreign conference delegates, and 10 plus country pavilions. A confluence of energy ministers from various countries with 500 plus strategic and technical speakers. Embrace the opportunity and be a part of this transformative event that promises to shape the future landscape of the energy sector. Together, let's embark on a remarkable journey and paint a vibrant canvas of possibilities that will define the path ahead. FIPI, the credible voice of Indian oil and gas industry. A universe where ideas are evolving every day. Ideas that have a way of turning into reality only when expressed and executed. When brought together as one voice, these ideas have the remarkable ability to change and transform the world around them for the better. Enabling the coming together of ideas that define innovation in India's hydrocarbon sector is a bold voice that stands for growth, development, and progress. The Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry, FIPI, the unanimous voice of the Indian oil and gas industry. An apex society of entities in the oil and gas sector, FIPI is the credible voice that represents the industry in various government bodies, committees and task forces, along with playing a significant role in policy formation and shaping the future of the energy sector. Starting from conducting special studies that provide actionable insights to the industry, policy recommendations for increasing ease of business and viability of the sector, consultancy for better business outcomes, conferences for knowledge sharing, to providing industry-academia interface and facilitating resolution of industry-related issues. FIPI is the overarching linking bridge that steers the country's hydrocarbon sector towards its goals. FIPI, in its endeavor to enhance the sector's global linkage, has tie-ups with international agencies like World Petroleum Council, World LPG Association, International Energy Forum, IPI ECA, and International Gas Union. It also participates in international conferences and exhibitions to boost collaboration and forge alliances with international bodies and associations to promote the oil and gas industry and to serve the interests of its members. Many recommendations made by the Federation in the past, based on the study reports presented by it on relevant subject matters, have been given due consideration and adopted into the regulatory framework governing the hydrocarbon industry. Some of the studies conducted by FIPI in association with industry partners are: role of CCUS in India's energy sector, emerging hydrogen market and its opportunities in India, natural gas for power generation, the impact of electric mobility on India's oil and gas sector, GST impact study on petroleum products, climate change risks and preparedness for oil and gas sector, impact of oil and gas on Indian economy, roadmap for natural gas industry in India, viability assessment of LNG as a fuel for long distance transportation in India, and identification of best practices related to policies incentivizing EOR. Further, FIPI is also conducting a study into new energy areas for the benefit of its members on Global Biofuel Alliance. The study is spread into multiple phases, with first 2 phases successfully completed and the third phase is currently ongoing. Towards helping India's efforts for transitioning into a gas-based economy and reducing carbon emission, the Federation has been advocating for a supporting policy ecosystem across the entire spectrum of the natural gas value chain. It has carried out special studies on natural gas LNG and has also formed a committee to look at city gas distribution as a focus area over and above the existing Natural Gas Committee. FIPI recognizes the exceptional work.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to all of you. Here are some quiet announcements for all of you. I would just like to request the delegates who are still outside, I request you slowly and steadily, now you can come in and be seated, because now in a few minutes we are going to join by our chief guest and then we'll be starting with the formal program, the scheduled program. So I request all of you, please come in, be seated, and during this entire program where we all are going to celebrate your victories and we are going to have this beautiful time together, so I would like to request you, please keep your mobile phones on silent mode. This is very important so that we all can cherish this moment together. So I would like to request you, please keep your mobile phones on silent mode. And especially for our media friends who are here. So I would like to request all the esteemed media photographers that you kindly take photographs from the designated space that you have been provided so that it won't be uneasy situation for anyone. So all the media professionals जो आप लोगों के लिए designated media areas रखे गए हैं, आप kindly वहीं से pictures click करें. So thank you so much and welcome to this beautiful evening. As soon as we are going to join by Honorable Minister, we are going to start this function. So I request the dignitaries who are still outside and had your really warm cup of tea or coffee, so please come inside, be seated. It's the time now for the function. In a few minutes now, we are going to be joined by the chief guest of the evening. Thank you so much. Welcome.
India Energy Week 2025 is expected to be a mega event that will facilitate ideas, thoughts, and knowledge dissemination among the world's best through a power-packed agenda, including strategic and technical conferences, networking events, and multiple discourse platforms. The event will target 70,000 plus energy professionals, 700 plus exhibitors, 20 plus national and international oil companies, 6,000 plus Indian and foreign conference delegates, and 10 plus country pavilions. A confluence of energy ministers from various countries with 500 plus strategic and technical speakers. Embrace the opportunity and be a part of this transformative event that promises to shape the future landscape of the energy sector. Together, let's embark on a remarkable journey and paint a vibrant canvas of possibilities that will define the path ahead. FIPI, the credible voice of Indian oil and gas industry. A universe where ideas are evolving every day. Ideas that have a way of turning into reality only when expressed and executed. When brought together as one voice, these ideas have the remarkable ability to change and transform the world around them for the better. Enabling the coming together of ideas that define innovation in India's hydrocarbon sector is a bold voice that stands for growth, development and progress. The Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry, FIPI, the unanimous voice of the Indian oil and gas industry. An apex society of entities in the oil and gas sector, FIPI is the credible voice that represents the industry in various government bodies, committees and task forces, along with playing a significant role in policy formation and shaping the future of the energy sector. Starting from conducting special studies that provide actionable insights to the industry, policy recommendations for increasing ease of business and viability of the sector, consultancy for better business outcomes, conferences for knowledge sharing, to providing industry-academia interface and facilitating resolution of industry-related issues. FIPI is the overarching linking bridge that steers the country's hydrocarbon sector towards its goals. FIPI, in its endeavor to enhance the sector's global linkage, has tie-ups with international agencies like World Petroleum Council, World LPG Association, International Energy Forum, IPI ECA, and International Gas Union. It also participates in international conferences and exhibitions to boost collaboration and forge alliances with international bodies and associations to promote the oil and gas industry and to serve the interests of its members. Many recommendations made by the Federation in the past, based on the study reports presented by it on relevant subject matters, have been given due consideration and adopted into the regulatory framework governing the hydrocarbon industry. Some of the studies conducted by FIPI in association with industry partners are: role of CCUS in India's energy sector, emerging hydrogen market and its opportunities in India, natural gas for power generation, the impact of electric mobility on India's sector, GST impact study on petroleum products, climate change risks and preparedness for oil and gas sector, impact of oil and gas on Indian economy, roadmap for natural gas industry in India, viability assessment of LNG as a fuel for long distance transportation in India, and identification of best practices related to policies incentivizing EOR. Further, FIPI is also conducting a study into new energy areas for the benefit of its members on Global Biofuel Alliance. The study is spread into multiple phases, with first two phases successfully completed, and the third phase is currently ongoing. Towards helping India's efforts for transitioning into a gas-based economy and reducing carbon emission, the Federation has been advocating for a supporting policy ecosystem across the entire spectrum of the natural gas value chain. It has carried out special studies on natural gas LNG and has also formed a committee to look at city gas distribution as a focus area over and above the existing Natural Gas Committee. FIPI recognizes the exceptional work being done and facilitates the outstanding achievements and contribution of industry and individuals in the Indian oil and gas sector through the FIPI Oil and Gas Awards. Since its inception, FIPI team, led by the senior professionals from industry, are playing a major role to maintain its credibility and becoming a credible voice of Indian hydrocarbon industry, enabling its sustained growth and global competitiveness to achieve the goals and objectives of FIPI's vision. Under the patronage of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, FIPI organized the first 2 editions of India Energy Week, a flagship event of MOP and NG. IEW 2024 witnessed a participation of over 50,000 energy professionals, more than 4,500 conference delegates, over 350 conference speakers, and over 400 exhibiting companies representing from over 120 countries. India Energy Week 2024 has showcased India's achievement as a catalyst for global economic growth, with billions of dollars of investment needed to facilitate India's energy transition and achieve its net zero goals. After the astounding success in first 2 editions, India Energy Week is now set for its next chapter at New Delhi. The India Energy Week 2025 is expected to be a mega event that will facilitate ideas, thoughts, and knowledge dissemination among the world's best through a power-packed agenda, including strategic and technical conferences, networking events, and multiple discourse platforms. The event will target 70,000 plus energy professionals, 700 plus exhibitors, 20 plus national and international oil companies, 6,000 plus Indian and foreign conference delegates, and 10 plus country pavilions. A confluence of energy ministers from various countries with 500 plus strategic and technical speakers. Embrace the opportunity and be a part of this transformative event that promises to shape the future landscape of the energy sector. Together, let's embark on a remarkable journey and paint a vibrant canvas of possibilities that will define the path ahead. FIPI, the credible voice of Indian oil and gas industry.
I take this honor to share with you that the chief guest of the occasion is here with us. We welcome him. So let's have a round of welcome claps for him. We welcome you, sir, to FIPI Awards 2023 ceremony. We welcome you over here. Namaskar, sir. सप्त सुरों के घट सजाकर, मंगल ऋतुओं के पुष्प चढ़ाकर, मन वीणा के तार बोले, स्वागतम, शुभ स्वागतम. So I take all this honor to extend my heartiest welcome to the dignitaries over here, the chief guest of our today's function, Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Hardeep S. Puri, and he has made this evening even more inspirational by having his better half to this program, having her over here. So we also extend our heartiest welcome to Srimati Lakshmi M. Puri. Welcome, ma'am. And I also extend my heartiest welcome to Minister of State, Petroleum and Natural Gas, the guest of honor of the occasion, Shri Suresh Gopiji, Secretary Petroleum and Natural Gas, our special guest today, Shri Pankaj Jain ji. So I request the dignitaries to kindly come on the stage. I would like to invite you over here. With your round of applause, I would like to invite Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Hardeep S. Puri, onto the stage. Honorable Minister of State, Shri Suresh Gopiji. Let's have a round of claps for their welcome. Secretary Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain. I also request Chairman FIPI and Chairman and CEO ONGC, Shri Arun Kumar Singh, and Co-Chairman FIPI and Chairman IOCL, Mr. A.S. Sahani, to please accompany them on the dais. Let's have a huge, huge, huge round of claps for this esteemed welcome on the stage. Most welcome, sir. Most welcome, sir. This is such a beautiful evening when all you people are here together to make this worthy enough for the awardees who have won this award of FIPI 2023. So let's have a round of applause for this wonderful evening, my dear friends. So friends, I am Shilpa Bhavna. I am going to be the string between this stage and this FIPI Awards 2023 ceremony throughout this evening with all of you. So I would like to request to start this evening, because dignitaries are here on the stage, I would like to request Chairman FIPI and Chairman and CEO ONGC, Shri Arun Kumar Singh, to please present the green welcome to our chief guest, Shri Hardeep S. Puri. And along with the green welcome, we are going to have it as a warm welcome too, because we have got a shawl presentation for sir. So sir, this is a shawl for you. We welcome you to FIPI Awards 2023 ceremony. Welcome, sir. I request Shri Arun sir to please present this welcome to Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum and Natural Gas. He is our guest of honor today, Shri Suresh Gopiji. Welcome, sir. And I can see this is not just a green welcome, it's a pink welcome as well. Those are such beautiful planters, no? Welcome, sir. And we would like to present this shawl also to you as a mark of welcome to this ceremony. I request Arun sir to please honor Secretary Petroleum and Natural Gas, who is our special guest today, Shri Pankaj Jain ji. We would like to welcome you as well into this FIPI Awards 2023, sir. Welcome. And also we have got this warm welcome to this beautiful evening. Kyunki meethi meethi thand shuru ho gayi hai, so this is such a beautiful apt moment for that. And now I would like to request DG FIPI, Shri Gurmeet Singh, to please present a bunch of flowers to Madam Lakshmi M. Puri. Ma'am, you have come here. You have made this evening even more beautiful. And we hope that this fragrance will always, always be with you as an essence. Thank you so much. And now I would like to request Shri Arun Kumar Singh, Chairman FIPI and Chairman and CEO ONGC, to kindly present the welcome address. And with your round of applause, my dear friends, let's have a round of applause for him.
Honorable Minister and Chief Guest, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, Madam Puri, thank you for making it. Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum, Natural Gas and Guest of Honor, Shri Suresh Gopiji, Secretary Petroleum, Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain, Co-Chairman FIPI and Chairman IOCL Shri Shani, Director General VP FIPI Gurmeet Singh, award winners, CEOs, directors, leaders of the oil industry and gas industry, distinguished invitees, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all. It is my proud privilege to welcome Shri Puri, our chief guest, to the FIPI Oil and Gas Award ceremony. His presence here is a great source of inspiration for all of us. A special thanks to guest of honor Shri Gopi, Shri Pankaj Jain for agreeing to be with us to encourage the award winners. Today we stand at the threshold of 21st century and share a common concern, a concern for sustainable growth. India's energy sector is growing, evolving, and by changing the industrial processes, integrating with renewables, carbon capture, hydrogen, and utilizing more energy efficient and less carbon intensive technologies. Now, FIPI Oil and Gas Awards have been created. A small background I want to give you to recognize the leaders, innovators, and pioneers in the oil and gas industry. The objective of FIPI Oil and Gas Awards is to commemorate the industry's most outstanding achievements. Over the last few years, FIPI Oil and Gas Awards have emerged as the most prestigious awards for the Indian oil and gas industry. The incorporation of Clean Energy Now awards show importance of energy transition in today's world and recognizes the efforts of organization in the direction of solar, wind, hydrogen, CBG, and CCUS. It is a proud moment for all oil and gas companies that their efforts have culminated in the receipt of these coveted awards and recognition from Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas at the FIPI Oil and Gas Awards. I once again welcome you all to the FIPI Oil and Gas Award ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So friends, before we move further, I would like to give you a brief background about these FIPI Awards. So FIPI Oil and Gas Awards have been created to recognize the leaders, innovators, and pioneers in the oil and gas industry, and of course, to celebrate industry's most outstanding achievements. So these awards have evolved to recognize feats in clean energy, digitalization, sustainability, research, innovation, young talent, and many more. And let me please tell you that these awards are evaluated by an awards committee headed by Shri Anil Razdan, former secretary. So further, the recommendations of the awards committee are reviewed by a jury committee that was headed by eminent scientists Dr. Anil Kakodkar and Dr. R.A. Mashelkar. So I would like to tell you that quite a brainstorming had taken place before these awards have come up, before these awardees have been selected. But this evening, as an inspiration, actually made this fact very real for all the awardees कि कर्म करो तो फल मिलता है, कर्म करो तो फल मिलता है, आज नहीं तो कल मिलता है, और जितना गहरा होता है कुआं उतना मीठा जल मिलता है. So I would like to say that who can better understand the depth of that well than MOPNG. So my dear friends, with your round of applause, now please join me in welcoming on the stage, on the podium, Shri Pankaj Jain, Secretary MOPNG, who has been over here. And sir, I request you to please address this gathering. Please put your hands together for him.
Honorable Minister Hardeep Puri sir, Suresh Gopi sir, all the fraternity from the oil and gas industry. Let me say this, that I've been here now watching this event in its previous editions. What impresses me always is that we have actually been able to make a transition in terms of the sector itself from where we were, and we've been able to do that so successfully. It's something which I often talk about. The awards which are being given here are not just for individual excellence. It is actually about the evolution of the industry itself. There was a time when we used to have these existential questions about our dependence on foreign energy. And I recall that countries like Germany, Japan, in fact, the history of the world, if you look at it, particularly the 20th century, whether you look at World War I, World War II, a lot of decisions by various countries were in fact predicated upon getting energy security. Today, the way it has evolved is that what our minister often talks about, the market card, the ability of India to play that market card means that I may be a crude supplier from anywhere in the world. I will work out a way to get that crude to places like India. So the sheer fact that our industry has been able to rise to the occasion and create itself as a colossus in the marketplace, to me that is a real testimony to what all of you have collectively achieved. Individual brilliance we will keep seeing. We will keep seeing individual flashes of brilliance, somebody doing some great work in terms of a new process, a new product. But I think it's a time when we can actually collectively pat ourselves on the back. For what India has achieved, very few countries have been able to achieve. And in a sense, I think these awards become a celebration of what the people of India and what a country can achieve if it sets itself to do so. And I think this whole idea that we get together, we talk to each other, moving beyond our conventional silos of public sector, private sector, joint venture, to my mind, that is a richness of this event which this brings, and it's really wonderful therefore to be able to meet all of you. There's a lot of media presence as well. So all these things really add up and give us the confidence that even as we move into uncharted territory of whether it's energy transition, it's green energy, it's petchem, or even green petchem, all kinds of things which we keep talking about, we keep hearing about, the fact that we have come this far gives me a lot of confidence that our future, insofar as energy is concerned, is actually in very safe hands. I therefore want to congratulate FIPI once again for curating this event, for bringing all of us together. My congratulations to the winners in advance, and I'm sure that we will see a greater cross-section of winners coming in the years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Friends, this evening of FIPI Awards 2023 ceremony is actually a real sign of motivation, I would say. And when we say motivation, it is always of like two types, internal and external. So internal motivation brings up and just makes us to meet the awardees like you, because you have been working hard for that. And when we talk about the external motivation, this is just possible because of the dignitaries like them who are there to give a pat on our back and tell us that yes, you are on the right path. So let's have a round of applause for our dignitaries, my dear friends. And now I would like to invite on the podium Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas, who has graciously agreed to be present on this occasion, Shri Suresh Gopiji. Please put your hands together for him.
Namaskar. Good evening. Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Chief Guest of the evening, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, Secretary Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain, Chairman Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry and Chairman and CEO of ONGC, Shri Arun Kumar Singh, Director General FIPI, Shri Gurmeet Singh, award winners, CEOs, directors and leaders of the oil and gas industry, distinguished invitees, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all. It's a great pleasure for me to be amongst you all during the FIPI Awards ceremony, keeping in line with the tradition of felicitating excellence in the Indian oil and gas sector. The FIPI Awards ceremony is a very vital and remarkable milestone for the hydrocarbon industry operating in India, as it enhances the spirit of healthy competition and acts as an impetus for corporates and individuals to excel. Talking about the Indian economy, we stand at a very crucial juncture today. A variety of significant developments have come forth in the last few years, with India securing 39th position among 133 global economies in the Global Innovation Index 2024. It reflects India's commitment to fostering a robust innovation ecosystem that is underpinned by strong policies, investment in research and development, and a collaborative environment for startups and industries. The International Monetary Fund has also released its latest World Economic Outlook report, projecting that Indian economy will grow by 7% in the current fiscal year, making it the fastest growing economy in the world. Further, India's energy demand is expected to grow at about 3% CAGR till 2040, compared to the global rate of 1%. Thus, India's growth potential holds great promise, which in turn presents significant opportunities for companies in the energy sector. Several policy initiatives of the government are well on their way to propel the country towards a resilient and self-sufficient economy. Recently, in a major policy reform which gave fresh impetus to the hydrocarbon sector, the Cabinet approved a series of critical policies in the E&P segment. The government aims to increase India's exploration acreage to 1 million square kilometer by 2030. And further, no-go areas in India's EEZ have been reduced by almost 99%. Thus, the government is doing its part to catalyze investments in the E&P segment. Government has also laid emphasis on the importance of biofuels in boosting economic prosperity, energy security, access, and affordability, while being sustainable and supporting decarbonization. India has already leveraged its G20 presidency to form a global biofuels alliance along with the USA and Brazil that will help us to realize biofuels full potential in India. In addition, India's commitment to transition to green energy is evident with the enactment of the green hydrogen policy, with a production target of 5 million tons of green hydrogen by 2030. Thus, the Indian oil and gas industry continues to play a vital role in the economic growth of the country, as well as ensure decarbonization and environmental sustainability. I am confident that all the above measures will help in attaining the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's mission of becoming carbon neutral by 2070. I would like to appreciate the efforts undertaken by FIPI in recognizing the talent and achievements by many entities and persons in the oil and gas field and convey my appreciation for the excellent work and support of the FIPI team in helping carve a niche for itself. This is truly an encouraging and motivating platform created by FIPI for all the participants to strive for excellence in their respective fields in the future. I truly believe that with such excellent performances, all the participants present today are winners. Let me once again take this opportunity to extend my compliments to FIPI for organizing this memorable day filled with memorable moments, and wish you a very successful journey ahead. My commendation and best wishes to all the award winners who have been honored here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. This happens जब आपसे पहले आपसे बड़ी height के लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं. So thank you so much, sir, for addressing all of us. And now it's the moment for what we all are here and we have been waiting for. FIPI Awards 2023. Now we commence the FIPI Oil and Gas Awards 2023. So I request the esteemed dignitaries to kindly take a step forward for the awards presentation. And I also request DG FIPI, Shri Gurmeet Singh, to please join our esteemed dignitaries on the stage for the presentation of awards. Welcome, sir, on the stage. And now we would commence with FIPI Oil and Gas Awards, and we are going to celebrate industry's most outstanding achievements. We start with our first set of awards, which are honoring the individuals for their outstanding achievement in the oil and gas sector in India. Please join me in welcoming on the stage the winners. Young Achiever of the Year in the Oil and Gas Industry, female. It goes to Miss Asha Purna Sekia from ONGC. Please put your hands together for her. I request you, ma'am, please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have your huge round of applause, my dear friends. The awardee is here on the stage now. And she is going to receive this award from Honorable Minister. And also we have this commendation disc for her as a mark of appreciation. Now special commendation under the category Young Achiever of the Year in the Oil and Gas Industry, female, goes to Miss Radha from IOCL. Please put your hands together for her. Young Achiever of the Year in the Oil and Gas Industry, male. It goes to Mr. Aniruddha Kulkarni, BPCL. Please put your hands together for him. Our next category is the Women Executive of the Year in Oil and Gas Industry. And let me tell you that there is a joint winner here. So I request Miss Rachna Ray from HPCL and Miss Shubhra Dutt from IOCL to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have a huge round of applause for the awardees. Many, many congratulations to you. Women Executive of the Year in Oil and Gas Industry. So this shows that how much empowered now our women are. So let's have a round of applause for both of the awardees. Presenting the award to the next joint winner, and along with the commendation disc. This is the citation. And now we move to our next set of awards, the award categories under which HPCL has emerged as the winner. These are Sustainably Growing Corporate of the Year. So may I please invite Mr. S. Bharatan, Director Refineries, to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have a round of applause for him. The next award is on Innovator of the Year, and award goes to HP Green R&D Center, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, the team led by Mr. V.K. Maheshwari for HP Kosol process for lube raffinate yield improvement. Please put your hands together for Mr. V.K. Maheshwari. Under the category Innovator of the Year, we have a special commendation, and it goes to Chennai Petroleum Corporation Limited, indigenously manufacturing rocket propellant fuel. Please welcome Mr. H. Shankar, Director Technical and MD in charge CPCL, on the stage with your round of applause, my dear friends. Many, many congratulations. Next, we have the award for Digitally Advanced Company of the Year, and here we have the joint winners, BPCL and IOCL. Please join me in welcoming on stage Mr. Sukhmal Jain, Director Marketing BPCL, to receive the honor. Let's have a round of applause for his welcome. And also, I invite Mr. Anuj Jain, Director Finance IOCL, to please be on the stage to receive the honor. The award categories under which BPCL has emerged as the winner. For this, we have got 2 categories. But before that, yes, we have our winner over here on the stage. So let's hear it for them. My dear friends, let's make it memorable for them. So award categories under which BPCL has emerged as the winner. The first category is Oil Marketing Company of the Year and Oil and Gas Retailer of the Year. So I request Mr. Sukhmal Jain, Director Marketing, to please come on the stage and receive the honor. So he is coming on the stage for the second time. Let's have a round of applause for him. So BPCL has emerged as the winner, and the second category for that organization is Best Managed Project of the Year. I request Mr. Sanjay Khanna, Director Refineries, to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have a round of applause for his welcome. Congratulations, sir. And we have the award categories under which IOCL has emerged as the winner. And the categories are Refinery of the Year. I request Mr. Atanu Sanyal, ED and RH Haldia Refinery, to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's welcome him on the stage with your round of claps. Mr. Arvind Kumar is here. Yes, sir, I request you to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Refinery of the Year. Please put your hands together for him. The next category under which IOCL has emerged as the winner is Compressed Biogas Company of the Year. And I would like to request Mr. Senthil Kumar N, Director Pipeline, and he's also holding additional charge of Director P and BD. Please put your hands together for him. I welcome him on the stage. Next is the Initiatives in Carbon Capture Utilization and Storage, CCUS, Company of the Year. And I request Mr. Alok Sharma, Director R&D IOCL, to please come on the stage and receive the award. Let's have a huge round of applause for these awardees, friends. Let's make it memorable for them. Next, we have the award category on Oil and Gas Exploration Company of the Year, and the award goes to ONGC. So I would like to request the representative to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have a round of applause for the organization, my dear friends. Next, we have the award category on initiatives in promoting hydrogen, Company of the Year. And award goes to GAIL. Please put your hands together for the organization. I request Sandeep Kumar Gupta ji, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of GAIL, to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's hear it for him. Next, we have the award category on Digital Technology Provider Company of the Year. And here we have the joint winner, Accenture Solutions Private Limited and SLB. Let me please invite them one by one on the stage. Please welcome Mr. Nitin Khanna, MD, Energy Industry, Accenture Solutions Private Limited, on the stage for receiving the award. Let's have a round of applause for him. Now I request Mr. Lalit Agrawal, Managing Director, SLB India and Bangladesh, to please come on the stage and receive the award. Let's have a huge round of applause for them, my dear friends. Your claps are not only going to make it memorable for them, but also we are going to make this evening inspirational. Now we have the award category on City Gas Distribution Company of the Year, and award goes to AG&P Pratham. I would like to invite Mr. Abhilesh Gupta, MD and CEO of the company, on the stage. Please put your hands together for him. Here is an award and citation for you. Next, we have the award category on Service Provider Company of the Year. The award goes to Siemens Limited, Siemens Energy. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ashish Sareen as he comes on the stage and receives the honor. Please put your hands together for him. Now we have the award category on Oil, Petroleum Products, Natural Gas, Pipeline Transportation Company of the Year. And the award goes to HPCL Mittal Pipelines Limited. Congratulations, and I invite the MD and CEO, Mr. Prabhudas, on the stage to receive the honor. Many, many congratulations, sir. Here is the award and the citation for you. Next, we have the award category on Excellence in Human Resource Management Company of the Year. And award goes to Kane Oil and Gas Vedanta Limited. Please put your hands together for Mr. Pushkar Kumar, CHRO, as he comes on the stage and receives the honor. Please put your hands together for him. Many, many congratulations to the awardee, to the winners. And now the next award category on Oil and Gas Production Company of the Year. And the award goes to Sun Petrochemicals Private Limited. I request Mr. Padam Singh to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have a huge round of applause for his welcome. All these awardees have really worked hard to make this day really, really memorable. Congratulations. And next we have the award category on Best Startup in the Energy Sector. And the award goes to Kelishe Private Limited. I request the CEO, Mr. Amit Priyadarshan, to please come on the stage and receive the honor. Let's have a round of applause for him. Many, many congratulations. So my dear friends, these were the winners at FIPI Awards 2023 ceremony. We congratulate all of them. और एक बार आप लोगों की तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट हो जाएगी तो it is going to be really, really memorable. Thank you so much. With this, I request the dignitaries to please take your seats. And you know, as we congratulate all these awardees, I can just say one thing for all of them. कि अभी भी असली इम्तिहान बाकी हैं. याद रखिएगा, this is not your destination. तो अभी भी असली इम्तिहान बाकी हैं. जिंदगी की असली उड़ान बाकी है. अभी तो तोली है मुट्ठी भर जमीन, अभी तोलना पूरा आसमान बाकी है. So let's make it real for this ministry. And now I would like to showcase a short film in front of all of you, and that film is on the India Energy Week 2025. So may we please have the movie on the screen.
India, the land of emerging opportunities, where new possibilities take shape at every dawn, where growth blooms in countless forms, all piecing the metaphoric puzzle of a green future. India is ready for a future of unprecedented growth, where its development plans are charging ahead on the synchronous wheels of clean transition, accelerating the vision of a sustainable growth with a conscience for affordable energy accessible to all. Reinforcing the country's green resolve, all major oil and gas companies in the country have pledged for net zero much in advance, contributing to India's vision of net zero by 2070. India Energy Week, India's global energy exhibition and conference, a flagship event of the Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry, FIPI, under the patronage of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. After the astounding success in Bengaluru and Goa in 2023 and 2024, India Energy Week is now set for its 2025 edition at Yashobhoomi, New Delhi. India Energy Week 2025 to facilitate ideas, promote thoughts and disseminate knowledge among the world's best minds in the energy industry through a power-packed agenda of strategic and technical conferences, networking events and multiple discourse platforms. More than 70,000 energy professionals, more than 700 exhibiting companies, 20 plus national and international oil companies, 6,000 plus Indian and foreign conference delegates, a confluence of energy ministers from important countries, more than 500 strategic and technical speakers, 100 plus conference sessions, 10 plus country pavilions, 8 thematic pavilions. The India Energy Week 2025 is all set to script India's next growth chapter. Embrace the opportunity and be a part of this transformative mega event that promises to shape the future landscape of the global energy sector. Together, let's embark on a remarkable journey and paint a vibrant canvas of possibilities that will define the path ahead. We invite you to be a part of this mega event. India Energy Week 2025 from the 11th to the 14th of February 2025, Yashobhoomi, Dwarka, New Delhi. See you at New Delhi.
So really, the vision for India Energy Week 2025 is already set. And when we speak about the vision, we all understand this thing, that a visionary is a person who can see what the end will look like before they start their journey. But I would really like to say that we are so much fortunate to have such an individual, such a personality as the captain of our ship, जिनके लिए end is not the end. He says end नाम का कोई शब्द ही नहीं होता है. He says effort never dies. So keep on giving your efforts. So my dear friends, let's welcome and hear the words from our captain of the ship. Please welcome Shri Hardeep S. Puri for his address on the podium. Let's have a huge round of welcome for him.
Thank you very much. I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of you, and also express on behalf of the Ministry and the joint stakeholders our gratitude to FIPI for these awards, to the committee which finally decided on the awards, doctors, professors Kakotkar, Mashelkar and Shri Pathan. At least with two of them I've had the privilege of working very closely. One on nuclear energy related issues and the other on intellectual property issues when I was ambassador to the United Nations in Geneva. And of course, Shri Pathan is a veteran of this industry. These awards were instituted, I'm informed, sometime in 2007. That is before FIPI in its present form came into being. And the 17 years of these awards and the kind of people who have been awarded, if you were to compile a list of those and the categories, I'm not just talking about the 20 categories today, that also tells the story of the transformation in the Indian industry. Secretary Jain, Minister of State, and Arun, all of them have referred to some aspects of this transition. But I think one of them mentioned the fact that we are today in a position where we are not at the receiving end. I choose words carefully. I'm not saying we are in a dominant position, but I think one of them said that we can play the market card. That means different things to different people. Having a large market is by itself not sufficient. I think if you were to look at empirical evidence, every agency in the world today estimates that in the next 2 decades, at least 25% of the increase in demand will come from India. Today, we are consuming 5.4 million barrels of crude oil in a day. 3 years ago, when I joined this ministry and Pankaj came on board slightly later, it was only 5 million barrels a day. And at the rate at which our demand is growing, we will be consuming 6 and then more as we go along. I think in the last 2 or 3 days, whenever I have attended a function, a celebration of this kind, we've had estimates from a $4 trillion economy, we will be very soon a $7 trillion, then a $10 trillion. But the constant factor in all this economic growth is the requirement of energy. And I think energy, which I used to refer to as the lifeline, but after the last ADIPEC meeting, I think my colleagues are changing, and the term they are now using is vertebrae, because that was what the language in Abu Dhabi was. But the good story, I think, it's not that our energy consumption is increasing. The composition, the mix, that is changing. I mean, who could have imagined that the 2014, a 1.5% biofuel blend, we will reach 20% biofuel blend. I struggled on the biofuel question as part of a larger ecosystem when the government's intent then was that we would have 5% blending in 10 of our states and union territories, and we couldn't reach that. We had a target of 10% blending by November 22. We did it 5 months in advance. We had a 20% target for 2030. We are so confident now that we are able to complete it by October of next year. That is 5 years in advance. At one stage, even when we came on board, there was always the anxiety that the ethanol blending program may falter because of non-availability of the kind of feed that was required. I think Pankaj will agree with me, today our anxiety is in a different direction. We have too much of feed available because we have been able to demonstrate that biofuel blending is not only good for the green energy transition, but it is also good for our agricultural sector. And I think the amount of money we've saved on the import bill, what, 91,000 crores, that has gone to the farmers. But the stories in the other sectors are equally impressive. Compressed biogas, natural gas. And I think all this would not have happened if the actual economic operators hadn't shown the kind of aggressive desire for change, backed up by a benign and supportive framework of government policy. And I think the two together is what makes India a happening place today. I think a function like this, I would be remiss if I did not mention the major reforms carried out. By the major reforms, I mean opening up large parts of that 3.5 million square kilometers of sedimentary basin. 1 million square kilometers, which was no-go area, I think 99.9% has been opened out. And the results are there in front of us. All of you are veterans in this sector and you possibly know much more than I do, but you take decisions today and they will pay off in the years to come. Equally, if we let the eye off the ball, let's say 20 years ago, we are facing slowdowns now. I'm not making a political point, it's a fact. When I joined the ministry, I had some veterans tell me on my face, why are you bothering about E&P? There's enough oil available in the world, and instead of committing large amounts of money in big infrastructure projects of E&P, it would be much simpler if you were to import. That is a point of view. I don't agree with it. Even though more and more oil is coming on the market today, I don't believe in it for a different variety of reasons. And one anxiety I've had is that if I were to believe in the point of view that you don't need to do E&P because there's enough oil available in the world, the action or the decision making lies in somebody else's hand. And a few years ago, for very good reason, a lot of people turned around and said, stop investment in fossil fuels. As a result, no fresh investment came in. As a result, existing wells, which by themselves will diminish 5, 10, 15, 20% every year if you're not investing in them, and suddenly you had a crisis. Today, I believe it is it's taken for granted that we need to do the transition, and I think that's where the India story is good. Not only in biofuels, natural gas, compressed biogas, green hydrogen. That's another very promising story in India. But the reforms that we have done also will ensure that in terms of traditional hydrocarbons, we will, even if the rest of the world gives up, we still have a population of 1.4 billion. A rate of growth, which somebody just mentioned, is 3 times the, I think, 3 times the global average. It could grow further. We will need to ensure that on the three challenges we face, availability, affordability, and sustainability, we are not found wanting. I think so far we've been able to navigate that very well. Going forward, I see our import dependence on crude oil continuing for quite some time. I'm not in the speculating business, but if I were to be safe in my assessment, I would say at least 20 years. Our import requirement on natural gas, I'm much more optimistic because we have been increasing our production by something like 18% for the last few years, but our consumption is going up. Also, I think global availability of natural gas situation will ease. I think 2025 will be a challenging year, but not challenging to the extent that we can't. I think many of our oil companies, I look at our own, you're already looking at looking more long-term. We have long-term agreements with countries like Qatar. We had an agreement up till 2028. I think we extended it by what, 30 years or something? 20? 25 years, yeah. Now, there is more gas on the world. Come, and it'll all be hopefully more reasonably priced. Our domestic operators, I know I have my favorite people sitting in the audience here, and I have to give them some headline. So you can say the minister struck a very optimistic note on availability of natural gas for domestic consumption. If you word it generally, it will cover the CGD sector, it will cover all the other priority sectors, and then of course, you can leave the rest to your imagination. But genuinely, I am very positive on that. Earlier, the overall approach was that I'm sitting on a sovereign asset. Some people in the world still have that, by the way. By the way, let me make a general comment. More and more energy is coming on the market, and it's coming in a manner which we may not be familiar. Today, the Western Hemisphere is producing more crude oil than the places that we were familiar with. I mean, Guyana, Brazil. Brazil has a production of 3.3 million barrels a day. Another 400,000 barrels a day is coming on there. Guyana is a well-known story, so much so that I encourage people, say, look for oil and gas in the Andaman Sea. There is a Guyana or many Guyanas waiting to be discovered there. Canada, US produces 13 million barrels a day, and even before the celebration of democracy there, I was on record to say, no matter what the outcome of the elections, US will put at least 1 million barrels per day of crude on the market again. So more and more oil is coming. So if some people think that it's a sovereign right and you should leave it there, I think that will change. More and more oil will come into the market. How will that affect price? Well, if geopolitical uncertainties, and I'm choosing my words carefully, if those uncertainties are taken care of and the turbulence levels goes down, I think the more and more energy should be available in the world, including new green energy. So going forward, for countries which have ambitious plans for economic growth and welfare of their population, I think it's going to be easier, not more difficult, going ahead in the years to come. We went from production sharing contracts in 2016 to revenue sharing contracts. Oil and gas is an expensive business. If you talk to the oil majors, and there are not too many of them, they will turn around and tell you, all right, we're willing to come on board. But you can't have an attitude with them, which I found sometimes in the past. That's why they left. They're all right, if you find the oil, good, that's mine, that's my sovereign asset. Thank you very much for your services. So now I have to pay them back. So I tell them, if I want to do deep sea seismic surveys, there are 2 or 3 companies in the world which have that expertise. Our approach to them now is, please come and help us. Don't make any commitment. We will ensure that your goodwill and services are adequately compensated. And if we strike oil or gas, you will have the right of first refusal. And I think that changed narrative is beginning to encourage our partners, and we have backed that up by, in the next 6 months, I'm sure this will be ready. All the data will be available in the University of Texas in Houston. So major reforms like opening up 1 million square kilometers, and it's paid off. I am digressed from that. In the OALP, Open Acreage Licensing Policy Round 9, 38% of the bids were in that 1 million square kilometers. And I'm hoping that when OALP 10 comes, after we are able to pilot this amendment to the 1948 Act through Parliament in the next few days, then that will be even more pronounced in terms of the OALP bid. And I'm told the OALP 9th round bids will be physically given in a month's time or so. They've already been announced. Another month or so. So this is work in progress. More than that, I think the good news is that today we are, with all humility, the burden of our message, or the main message that we are giving, is that, listen, we've had some interactions with you. My colleagues have gone on road shows. They've been to London, to Houston, to other places. We picked up points, but if there are any still points left, let us know. And in this draft piece of legislation which is before Parliament, and the fact is, you know, this 1948 law was designed not for the petroleum leases. It was designed for minerals, metals, the entire energy gamut. Now we realize that it required separation. So in 1957 we produced a separate one for minerals and metals. But we continued to be governed by the 1948, where the burden of the language still pulls you down a little, without a petroleum lease being, properly coordinated. So we are hoping to resolve that. And the message I give to most of our interlocutors outside, if there are any other points, please let us know. The idea is that this sector, both the transition has to be accelerated, and I'm confident it will be. And when we move into natural gas and green hydrogen, in natural gas, I'm sorry, even though we talk about moving it from 6% to 16% in our overall energy mix, the real fact of the matter is that we are closer to the 6% than the 16%. In the exploitation of the sedimentary basin, I think we are doing better. But that also, again, these are, you can decide on an objective, but to implement it, there is so much of gestation and implementation that is required. But all in all, that picture is looking very good. When these awards started, I thought maybe it was a feminist jury or something. But I'm delighted to see very young people coming up for awards, and in sectors and for things which have to do with innovation, which have to do with technology. I do a monthly brainstorming. Minister of State Suresh ji and I had the last one. And what struck me in that monthly meeting, the last one, was the extent to which deep tech is being used. AI is being used. I mean, we only hear about these things on a on a peripheral basis, that they are doing it for refinery automation. No, but when you get into it in detail, a lot of AI and deep technology is being used. So I want to compliment all the stakeholders. I think I have to talk about IEW, even though there was a short presentation. But what struck me about IEW, and I want to share my assessment with you, is not the fact that it is rapidly grown. We had the first edition in Goa. sorry, in Bangalore. We had the second edition in Goa, and I want to take advantage of this platform to say ONGC has got 240 acres of land in Goa, which they have assured me will be world class is not enough, but top of the cutting edge tourism conference, not conference tourism site. And with the help of EIL and others, I think the 2025 third edition will be in Delhi, Yashobhumi, but the fourth edition in 2026 February will be in Goa. I have attended now in the 3 years that I've had the privilege of being associated with this ministry, many events, GasTech, ADIPEC, they are all very important platforms to provide opportunity for interaction, but I think IEW is in a special category because there we bring together not only the main stakeholders in traditional energy, new energy, but we bring together the technology people, the startups. I was very impressed. Two of our companies, I think it was BPCL and HPCL, they showcased domestically produced electrolyzers for the green hydrogen production also. And I have had, in the preparation for that, when I review the 2024 IEW, which was held in Goa in February this year, total amount of exhibition space was 18,500 square meters. In Yashobhumi, we have already, I think, reached 26,000, and we are going to take it up to 28,500 square meters. The exhibitors in IEW 24 were 600. We are now expecting more than 700. The delegates expected in Goa we had 45,000. This time we are expecting 70,000. Speakers we had 360. We have 500. Country pavilions we have more than 10 already sold, as against 6 there. So it's catching on. But what's catching on is also that you're taking the hardcore energy business, whether it is in the area of petroleum, natural gas, CBG, green hydrogen. You're now involving the IITs, the engineering colleges, the technology institutes, and there's a very heavy emphasis on young startups, etc. participating. So when I meet some of them youngsters, you can only be impressed. So I think that is the positive ambience within which this event is now going to become a regular feature. And I must say that I've already been complimented by my colleagues from the other governments who tell me, how did you manage to do it so quickly? I said, no, we learned from you. So, we learned from the best, and then we are able to assimilate that to what we have to offer. So once again, let me thank all of you for making the time. My heartiest congratulations to the awardees. My grateful thanks to Suresh ji and for taking the time out. I don't know whether you all know that he has, more than 300 films that you have acted in and produced, or only acted in? Close to. So 300, I mean, anything after a few is, but no, we are very happy to have him with us here. Thank you very much for Chairman ONGC. You are also the headmaster of FIPI as Chairman ONGC. Good. And to the new Chairman of IOCL, welcome on board, although he's a veteran of the IOCL for many years. And Pankaj, of course, is the guy who does all the work. I come occasionally to, address all of you, but thank you. I think it's a great team, and I think going forward, we can look forward to many more impressive stories, but I think the India energy story is really ticking, and all of you are making it, giving it that lustre. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And although Sir has thanked everyone, but on behalf of all of us, I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to Madam Lakshmi Puri, because ma'am is here with all her smiling aura in this inspirational evening. So thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us. And thank you so much, sir, for bringing this female energy of your life to this inspirational evening. Thanks a lot. I would like to tell to our media friends who are here that now sir is going to have a media interaction with all of you. That is going to be outside this hall near media registration desk. And before I just invite you over there, here, I would just like to take 5 seconds of yours to just quickly thank the people who have actually helped us to make this stage beautiful. I would like to thank the jury members, awards committee members, our event partners, members of FIPI, the media professionals, of course, and yes, the excellent work and commitment of Team FIPI. How can I forget that? So thank you so much for that. And yes, thank you, FIPI, for having me as the voice of FIPI Awards. Thanks a lot. And thank you so much, dignitaries, for being with us in this evening. Let's have a round of applause for all of them. All the awardees, you may kindly collect your award boxes from the left side of the stage. With this, Shilpa Bhavna signs off. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.